Here's a quick video showing how to build a room in ProBuilder that does not leak light using mitered edges and grid snapping. I'll use the Unity snapping for this, but if you have ProGrids, it's much easier. I'd recommend using ProGrids. So what I'm doing here is setting the snap settings in Unity to 0.25 meters. This allows us to get a little more control over how the objects snap to the grid. So ProBuilder will automatically set your object to the nearest on-grid point, but I'm going to center mine at 0, 0. So I'm holding control every time I'm moving a face here so that everything I'm sure is going to be on grid. Just expanding the rooms out, grabbing a face, again holding control. Okay, so that looks like a fair-sized room. Bring in a new cube. What I did there was hold the V key. So if I have this off somewhere, in object level, holding the V key, the pivot point snaps to my nearest vertex, and then you just drag it. So now I'm sure that it's right there. So that those two vertices should be right on top of one another. Swapping back into element mode, still holding control. Bring this out, bring that in a tiny bit, and now I miter the edge. So just grab that and bring it in 1 unit. Now I'll duplicate that, again holding control when I'm moving anything around. Rotate. And then holding V. Okay. Now you could have made that easier just by going into vertex mode and hitting set pivot on that. So that way it would have just quickly rotated like, but that's not a big deal. Anyways, continuing the build. Holding the V key again, snapping, moving faces. Now before I miter this, I'm going to insert some edge loops for the door, but the same principle applies to adding windows, etc. So select the edge ring, that's Alt-R, and then insert edge loop, or connect edges is Alt-E, or just Alt-U, insert an edge loop for you right off the bat. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to miter the edges like I did before. Oops. Looks like I've got something else selected there. Bring another cube in. I lost it. Okay, so there's the base of the room. Now to expand it out, go into object mode, grab all these faces, set it to orthographic mode so that I'm sure that it's flat. And you can use edges or faces, it doesn't particularly matter. But just select those top faces and bring it up. So that's 3 meters high, that's about right for a room. And then just bring this up. So now we'll cut a door, going to edge mode again, Alt-R to ring your selection, Alt-E to connect those edges, wait for the light mapping to catch up, which is what you're seeing here, those black marks. Those will go away as soon as Unity rebakes. Yep, there we go. Selected those two faces, delete them, go into edge mode and bridge all those edges. Again, just letting Unity do its thing with the light mapping. We could actually turn off continuous baking if that was getting annoying, and it probably will with the bigger objects, but for now it's fine. Okay, so there's our basic room. As you can see, it's black and light. Let's set that to cast some shadows. Oh, it is. Okay, there's just nothing to cast because it's... How about a plane below it? Cool. So there we go. If you have any questions, feel free to go on the forums. We'll be happy to answer anything you got.